Hey, what's up? You're listening to the punk rock demonstration. I'm Jack, right here in San Bernardino. Nice and warm out here with the band Spider. What's your name and what do you do with the band?
Mickey, and I play the drums.
I'm Steve, I play bass.
Carl, guitar.
Hector, vocals.
And you guys have been around for how long?
You know, we did a reboot of the band about 2 years ago, actually. This week, 2 years ago, was our first show in about 8 years. So I think actively, if you count our first incarnation, we were active for about 4 years. So now we've been active another 2 years, so it's about 6 years total. But if you go back to the beginning, the band originated in like 1997. So we had a short run at that time, took a long fucking break, and now we're back in action. So if you want to add up the active years, I'd say about 6 years total.
So is it still the same lineup or is it a different lineup?
It's a different lineup. If you want to go way back into the original history, it was Romero and Alf Silva. Alf Silva was the drummer for Channel 3, and Hector and Steve. And then Romero, the guitar player, had to move out of state to Seattle, and then that's when I jumped in. It was about a year after they were together.
Yep.
About a year after together, and then that's when really the original real Spider probably actually started.
Yeah, so that original lineup, I think the core of that was actively playing was Carl, me, and Steve, and Alf. And now we have Mickey, our good friend, playing drums with us. And Carl and Mickey have a history in other bands too, so it was a really natural fit and easy to pull off.
So what's up with this long break in between?
I think, you know, it's just life. I got married, went back to school, and I think everybody else were just doing their own thing. You know, just life kind of got in the way. And, you know, I have all that behind me, and we had an opportunity to get back together about 2 years ago, and we took it thinking nothing of it, that it was just going to be a one-off, and it kind of just kind of snowballed from there, and here we are today, you know? So just kind of, I think life just happened, got in the way a little bit.
You figure you keep the same name Spider instead of making up a new name?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, why change? It's been. I mean, everybody in Long Beach knew us as Spider, so we just kept it that way.
Yeah, and it's the same songs that we originally worked on, so yeah, why not? You know, it's the same band pretty much.
So why the name Spider, by the way?
We don't really know why.
Good answer. How about you over here?
By the punk rock gods in a anonymous envelope. So we're still trying to figure out the mystery of that secret.
Do you guys have a logo for the band at least?
We do. We have a couple of logos. We have the skull logo. I don't have a picture of it on me. I have our other logo. It's a space dude. Oh, there's the skull
Got
logo.
a tattoo of it over here.
So yeah, we have that skull logo, and then we have the space dude logo. They're kind of our mascots, and they kind of just project the ethos of the band, our sound, and it's kind of like a artistic expression of what we sound like visually. Yeah.
Sounds like skull music.
But we've never used a spider.
Yeah, that's
Ever.
one unwritten rule when we got into this band.
We never use a spider
Or a web.
Yeah, or a web in any of our
So I
artwork.
dare you to find that in any of our history.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist.
So speaking about the sound and all that stuff, what do you guys want to sound like? Do you want to sound more punk rock or more rock, more punk, more classic rock?
Oh, I guess I could just give you my 2 cents. I think we all have the punk rock DNA in our blood. We grew up on that music since we were kids. My favorite bands, you know, The Germs, Black Flag, The Damned. So I think those are all just kind of in there somewhere in the mix. And then, you know, I know Carl's guitar influences are varied also, from the Beatles to Descendants. So it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of rock influence with my style. I mean, the guitar solos and stuff, I rip stuff off from other guitar players all the time. So there's no big secret there. But I mean, the thing is yeah, I mean, I think there's a little bit of rock, but it's the hardcore part of it, and the heart of it is punk rock. You know, I mean, we like to play hard and fast, so that's the thing. I mean, not all our songs are fast, but pretty much hard hitting. So that's what we try to do.
Why reinvent music when it's already invented, right?
Right. I mean, there's ways you can get away with it, with getting creative and stuff, and do some weird stuff. And we're like, whoa, what do you do there? Yeah, you could do that, but I mean, in general,
like different timings.
Yeah, but in general, you know, music's pretty much the same, you know, and some of it's sounds better than others, but pretty much as long as it's got a good steady beat and it rocks, then it's all good.
Yeah, it's like if it's something that I would want to listen to, then we're gonna play it. We're gonna write a song like that. It's kind of how we go with the songwriting process. If it sounds good to us, something we would be into as just a fan of music, then we just want to do that.
Yeah, I noticed you've got a song called Shooting Stars / Get Caught, and it kind of like transitions a little bit. Is it one song, or is that two separate songs, or what's going on with that?
It's one song that came from the two parts of the song. So I think that we used to call it the epic when we were looking for a name for that fucking song, because it's so long. It's kind of like an epic. It's like almost ridiculous how long it is. So, it was. I think it originally was a slow song, and then we really, I think, couldn't figure out how to finish the song, like how to end it. Like we couldn't really figure out a good ending, and it was just there. And then we had this other song, Get Caught, that was kind of like a train, like a locomotive, just chugging along. And then we just figured, you know what? We have these two songs. Let's just put them marry them together. And one, we couldn't figure out an ending, so it just stopped and just evolved into the beginning of this other song that we couldn't figure out a beginning for. So now they're married together forever.
So now we've got a better idea of how Spider sounds like if we take a listen to the song.
Yeah, we make no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
We just kind of fly off the seat of our
Yeah,
pants.
'cause we're just like making it up as we go along, actually. So.
Sound more punk rock that way. So let's take a listen to the song. It's called Shooting Stars / Get Caught by Spider. We're out here with Spider and San Bernardino. You're listening to the punk rock demonstration.
tears and catching my feelings. Broken man who's never really meant it. The day has come, a devil he resists it. A will, a thought, a wishes that he lived at. I'm feeling fine, that's right. Come, join my crime, my life. You never gave me time, my life. Now it's my time, my life. I had the greatest intentions, but I have failed to mention Lassie hearts equals jeopardy. I called you back, now I'm going to sleep. I'm feeling fine, that's right. Come, join my crime, my life. You never give me time, my life. Now it's my time, my life. You suck my soul. You want control. You decide me. Don't let me breathe. Keeps me here, it's out of reach. A Sunday clock busy towards next week. Was a fear, and now a memory. Filled with desperation, now without reach. I'm feeling fine, that's right. Come, join my crime, my life. Never give me time, my life. Come, join my crime, my life. You suck my soul. You want control. You let me breathe. Don't let me breathe. For you, I'll breathe. For you, I'll reach. Tongue has lost its point. Your will is not my choice. Tomorrow, the sky begins at my feet. You takes a bitter pill. You takes my sanity. You suck my soul. You want control. You, it's on me. You don't let me breathe. You suck my soul. You want control. Yo, it's on me. You don't let me breathe.
Welcome back. That was PCE by Spider. We're out here with Spider. You're listening to the punk rock demonstration in sunny San Bernardino. So, you know what? You're playing the It's Not Dead festival. How did you end up on that?
I don't know. It just was thrown in our lap, I guess.
You know, I heard about the festival, and I pitched the band to Kevin Lyman, and I didn't hear back for like a month. And then I just sent another email, you know, because I'd known Kevin from Warped Tour. That's when I was doing publicity at Epitaph. And so that was like 2004, 2005. So I did 2 Warped Tours. So we knew each other. And I heard about this festival the first time. We really weren't active as a band, so I didn't even try then. That was 2 years ago. And so this time around, I just pitched the band, sent some music. And he liked it, said it was cool, and got us a spot. So, you know, just got to try, ask.
You mentioned Epitaph over here. So are you part of Epitaph in some way, shape, or form?
Yeah, I've been at the label since like 2001. So it's been about 16 years now. I started doing tour publicity, and about 10 years ago, I started doing licensing. So I get our music into TV shows and video games. Commercials, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Spider in a video game.
Yeah, that'd be great. That hasn't happened yet, but that'd be awesome. Yeah.
So have you been able to use Epitaph for band purposes, or is it completely separate? Like, how does that work?
You know, it's weird because it's hard these days to keep, like, if you're doing like music, to keep your business and your personal life separate, because you're just doing music all the time, whether in a business capacity or creatively, like with these are my best friends and we're doing the band together. So it's just kind of really organic as far as, you know, having a conversation with somebody, and if there's an opportunity for the band, you know, that'll happen. So yeah, you know, I think definitely it helps because you're just in that community, you know what I mean? So So it does help. Obviously, I think it does. But it's just very organic, and it's not a heavy sell. I get rejected all the time. I'm trying to get shows left and right. We don't have an agent. We don't have a manager. It's just us doing it our own thing. Totally self-sufficient. It's all DIY. It's it's out of our own pockets. We're doing it because we love it. And that's about it. Yeah.
So we came back with a song called PCE, and all of these songs are off of your latest album. And these songs, are they new songs or are they old songs that were re-released? What's going on here?
Yeah, these are old songs
That are re-released.
that have been re-released. They're from our original album, Youth Insurance. It's out of print, and we just wanted to have something to send out to folks since the band is now active again, and we just didn't have any music from the old record. We put it out, did a 6-song sampler. It's kind of like the best of Youth Insurance, and I think it's a good snapshot of what the band sounds like. And it came out when we did the Punk Rock Bowling Festival, so it's been out for a couple of months now.
Which year, Punk Rock Bowling?
This year, yeah.
So the year that I didn't go to. Great. So this song PCE, what is that one all about?
PCE stands for Pure Concentrated Evil, and that's derived from, I guess the motive behind that, the song writing was the movie. Was it American Beauty?
American Beauty, yeah.
American Beauty, and how Kevin Spacey played the character where he was just kind of a husband in a relationship that he just didn't want to have nothing to do with the wife, and she was just pure evil, just a bad person to the core. So, that's what we wrote the whole music thing about that, and I think a lot of us can relate to it if you listen to the lyrics. We've all been in a bad relationship before. I listen to it, I'm like, yeah, I can totally relate to it.
It's kind of prescient in a way, like we wrote that song before I ended up getting divorced, and a lot of the themes in that song, they're directly from the movie. Our old drummer said, hey, write a song about American Beauty. I'm like, okay, cool, it's a good movie. So we did that, and it's weird how the song may, at that moment, it wasn't really personal as far as what I was going through, but a year or two later, I could definitely relate to that song. It was talking to me, and I know these guys too have had some relationships that didn't always work out. So it's kind of weird. It's based in fiction, but it kind of like was real at the same time. It evolved in something that was actually meaningful on a personal level. So it's kind of interesting to us.
Speaking of songs and everything, which one is your favorite?
It was PCE.
Good thing I played that one.
It was PCE, but I don't know. I think I've kind of evolved to Shooting Stars Get Caught, because it's just so different, Yeah. At first I didn't really care for it, but now I'm like, you know what? It's growing on me.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I wasn't really feeling it. Like when we were going to reboot the band, I was like, let's just chop up that first half.
We never really played it before. I mean, we recorded it, but we never played it live.
Yeah. So right now is the time to hear it.
And then now, this is actually now is the first. We're starting to play it live. We never used to play it live before.
Yeah.
And everybody's listening to it like, oh my God, that song's so weird and different. So we're like, oh my God, everybody relates to that song now. I was like, okay, all right, we'll start playing it more. So, yeah.
How about the reboot of the band? So how did you all find each other and decide that, let's just restart the band?
Yeah, well, we never lost contact with each other. Like Hector's saying, we just kind of had our own lives and stuff. Me and Carl actually play in a band called Walk Proud also, so that's what we did with some of our other time, put a record out with them, and yeah, that's about it there. I can't remember what I was saying.
And Mickey was pretty much staying active, with the other bands that he played on the side. And me and Mickey used to play in a band I don't know, 15 years ago. And then, but we've always stayed in contact. I mean, all of us have pretty much stayed in contact as friends.
Yeah, we're all friends,
We're friends first.
Before anything, I mean, even if the band broke up, we're pretty much still hang out with each other.
We'd still be here, but just hanging out as friends. So it just really, I don't know, it really makes the band, easy to do. I don't know if you've ever been in a band, but if you ever are going to be in a band, be in a band with your friends, because that's like 90% of the magic, the chemistry. You know, you can't be in a band with some guy you don't know or you like or is weird or fucking bugs you. If you're with friends already, even if you don't know how to play or write or do anything, just do it and start, and then it'll happen. You know, it's way better that way. That's being friends is the hard part in a way, because you can't force that relationship. But if it's there, build on that, and you're gonna have a cool band. That's my recommendation.
It's the opposite of like working with coworkers. You should never work with friends. Is that how it works?
It's not work. You know, this isn't work for us, I don't think. Not to me.
It's good times all the time.
Yeah.
How did you get into this kind of music?
Well, I went to my first punk rock show. It's kind of funny because we played on the Cuckoo's Nest stage, but that was my first show was at the Cuckoo's Nest, and I went with Hector. I saw it was Circle One, Wasted Youth, and Black Flag during a day show, but that pretty much changed my life. Going to that show, I was never the same, and you know, I was like an innocent little kid, and after that, totally different. I just wanted to be in a punk rock band, and you know, I was like 15 years old, and now I'm over 50 now. So
I was gonna say, was that in the 1950s or something?
yeah, it's when Henry had one tattoo.
Yeah, it was actually Henry Rollins' first show with Black Flag. Is that show at the Cuckoo's Nest that we went to? It was cool.
Wow, that is a long time ago. Well, let's take a listen to another song since we've been talking about lots of stuff. Let's take a listen to the song called New Junk 2. What's up with the 2?
It's a remix. It's not really a remix.
It's a super dance.
It's a
mix.
super dance disco mix. No, it's I guess it's kind of like a remix. The drums are punched up, and there's a effect on the vocal of the original version, kind of like an echoey distortion thing going on. Took that off, stripped down the vocals, so they're just raw, and kind of punched up the drums. So it sounds a lot better than New Junk 1. So we kept that.
Yeah, we actually did New Junk 2 because we did a split record with a couple bands,
Yeah.
and that's what it was for. On Basement Records.
So let's take a listen to that song. It's called New Junk 2 by Spider. We're out here with Spider in lovely San Bernardino. You're listening to the punk rock demonstration.
Plastic kids with crooked smiles. Never a mistake, I'll never wanna die. The pressure teeth and what's it right? Get away from me, wanna take my life. I hate you, you hate me. I hate you, you hate me. Never gonna hurt unless you feed. I was on top and lift your feed. Teaching life was never this fun. Lazy jump to the left and right. Oh, I hate you, you hate me. 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 Plastic kids with crooked smiles. Never wanna say I'll never wanna die. Busted teeth and washing whites. Get away from me, wanna take my life. I hate you, you hate me. I hate you, you hate me. I hate you, you hate me. I hate you, you hate me.
Welcome back. That was New Junk 2 by Spider. You're still listening to the punk rock demonstration. We're still out here in San Bernardino with Spider. So
105-degree weather.
In the shade, literally.
Yeah, we're sitting on a rock. We're sitting on a rock in the bushes doing an interview. That's how.
well, at least the weather people were nice and delayed the heat until Tuesday.
How did this happen? How did we all find ourselves here? I don't know. Did you ever think about stuff like that?
I try not to.
Kicking back, minding my own business, sitting on a rock. And
So you guys have seen like a ton of bands. Have you seen any that are up and coming that are really good that you think, wow, that's a really good band?
Wow, I would say probably Wraths. You know, what's a Jim Lindbergh's band?
Yeah, Rats are good. I like Dead 77, and I think they fucking kick ass. Really original and genuine band. I also like Nightbirds. They're on Fat. They're really good. And what was that other band? Oh, New Trends from Australia. They're really cool. They're kind of old school too. They're not reinventing the wheel, but it's the essence of 80s punk rock coursing through their veins. Really good band.
It's not that they're old, actually. I have one that's actually really old, but they disappeared for about 12 years, came back, and they just refused. That's one of my favorite bands. Yeah, and they totally just reinvented themselves, came back, and they've been amazing ever since after all this time. So I guess it's totally worth it.
It seems like that's a modern trend. Like we've got the Fires coming back together. Well, they came back together, and then we've got the Unseen.
Right.
And I can't remember some of the other bands, but that seems to be the current trend nowadays.
It's definitely not dead, right? We know that because they come back, or it's a zombie. Punk rock is a zombie. You can't kill it. You can't kill it.
Or maybe life just got in the way for like a decade or something like that.
But you know, it seems like that 10 years was a blink of an eye, and nothing has changed. You know, like we're just going on our path still. It's kind of weird.
Talk about paths and everything. So, what's the current path of Spider? What's coming up?
We have some festivals that we're working on. We have some GBH shows that we're really proud to be a part of. Looking forward to those, and recording and writing new material. I think that's something that we want to get knocked out within the next 6 months. That's our goal.
It's a good goal to have, considering you guys just re-released the old ones.
Yeah, we're ready
Yeah.
to put some life into new songs.
Right. We need to come up with some new material.
So I saw that you guys have like 1 billion social media sites. So what's the best way to get a hold of Spider, or get more information about the band?
Instagram and Facebook, I think, are the best. Yeah.
What's that?
Spider Official, and then Official Spider. So Spider Official is Facebook, and the other one
Spider
is Instagram.
Instagram. Yeah.
Just Google it. Those 3 words, it'll pop up.
Make sure you don't get that confused, otherwise you might find some other spider.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Or you can just go to any bar in Long Beach and we'll be there. Pretty much.
Sounds like a plan. So you've been listening to the punk rock demonstration. We've been out here with Spider in San Bernardino. We ended off with Pleasurefold. Is there any particular meaning behind that one?
Hector could probably tell you about that one.
Yeah, well, the lyrics, I like to do a lot of double entendres and just have the words mean, if not 2-3 different things at the same time, just kind of depending where you are in your head. So Pleasurefold, I think it's in essence a song about the resilience to live and to push forward in the face of adversity. And another way to look at it is one of the more carnalistic ways and more sexual, and thinking about it as pleasurefold, whatever that means to you, right?
I like the second explanation.
Pleasure.
So let's take a listen to Pleasurefold by Spider. You've been listening to the punk rock demonstration. You can find out my website at punkrockdemo.com. Spiders, I still don't remember which one is official and which one is whatever, so go on the Google and find Spider there. And hopefully you don't find like some arachnophobiacs or something like that.
You gotta make sure you stay away from those sites.
And then since we talked about these awesome new bands like Dead 77, we're gonna have to put one of those songs on there after that. So you've been listening to the punk rock demonstration. Here's Pleasurefold by Spider.
Nothing left but your pleasure fold. Nothing left but nothing left but your pleasure fold. Nothing left but let me know your substitute, baby. Let me see your astronaut smile. Let me in your water bubble. Let me see your wings tonight. Nothing left but a pleasure for. Nothing left but nothing left but a pleasure for. Nothing left but like a memory with a lemonade kiss. You spark my inner smile. When I close my eyes, I can see 100 miles. Let me know your steps in your baby. Let me see you after my smile. Let me in your water bubble. Let me see your wings tonight. I was clock that took my life. Gave up on that road. I took a bite out of life. Nothing left but a pleasure fold. My hands fire, my fingers bleed. Always knew it'd be this way. Sometimes good things go. Sometimes good things stay. Let me know your steps, good baby. Let me see your astronaut smile. Let me in your water bubble. Let me see your wings tonight. I'll never take you back. They said I never would. They said you are crap. They tell me you look good. They never thought I could. They tell me I don't pay. They say you're more fit. I know what to be. Bow down silently, bow down to see my soul. From my shady moves on, I'm sipping beer and talking out. I was out for something real, innocence, honesty. You're the place I'm looking for. Take me under your wing. Let me know your steps, good baby. And let me see your astronaut smile. And let me in your water bubble. And let me see your wings tonight. Tonight. What's wrong with the rhythm before? With the word that you wanted, didn't want to anymore. With the feeling that you lay. Stop the ground, don't play your brain. She's gonna tell me what's love, what's love, what's love when she's gonna tell me what's love, what's love, what's love when she's gonna tell me what's love, what's love, what's love, what the fuck is love? Wake up, got the war around, these times I just get there. The girl I love isn't there. I try to find the love that says so. What's love when you've been it before? Looking back up right on the fucking floor. Show me what's next. I'm looking on, run like I'm dead. What's love? What's love when she's gonna tell me? What's love? What's love? What's love when she's gonna tell me? What's love? What's love? What's love when she's gonna tell me? What's love? What's love? What's love? What the fuck is love? What the fuck is love? What's love? What's love? What's love when she's gonna tell me? What's love? What's love? What's love when she's gonna tell me? What's love? What's love? What's love when she's gonna tell me? What's love? What's love? What's love? What the fuck is love?
That was What's Love by Dead 77. Now that I've got the record, that was the record version, or the vinyl version of it. I had all the digital recordings and they seem to have the wrong titles, so now we've cleared it all up and got the vinyl and we've got all the correct songs, except that one has always had the correct title. It was Take Me Away that didn't have the correct title, so the ones I listed as Teenage Kicks was actually Take Me Away. Or I could be wrong and the record is wrong and all that stuff. But anyways, the interview with Spider was before Dead 77. You're still listening to the punk rock demonstration. Got plenty more music on today's program. We've got lots of new music, and that's what we're going to start with. By the way, my website is punkrockdemo.com if you want to send in songs of your band, and we'll play it on here if it sounds like punk, or it's got some resemblance of punk, or it just is punk rock, or whatever. So we're going to continue with new songs you've never heard of before. This is a brand new one, along with like 20 more after that. This song is by Big Mess. The song's called Whiskey Dick.
But I do eat ham. Like steak and potatoes cooked in a pan. My life is out of sorts, I'm feeling the haze. Don't mess with me, it's too late. That's the kind of man I am. 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 I am. I am. In a can. Don't tread on me, the man I am. Wake up, whiskey dick, big pistol in hand. I'm feeling like the son of Sam. That's the kind of man I am. 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 I am. I am. You're my man. Don't mess with me. Feel the pain. Pain for pleasure, pleasure for pain. I'm the wild one, drive you insane. That's the kind of man I am. 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 I am. I am.
below. Witchface from head to toe. Nobody wanna run when the Judex comes. Nobody wanna run when the Judex comes. She got no regret. Witchface, you better never forget. Oh, she got no regrets. Witchface, you better never forget. Yeah. Here come the judge, here come the judge. 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 Here come, here come. She got no regret. Witchface, you better never forget. Oh, she got no regret. Come on now, Witchface, you better never forget. And I don't have to grieve, really, arrows everywhere. And there's no price to pay. And my one chance will Talkin perverted mind. Fuck the law and fuck the cops, and I'm drinking in the alleyway. Have to hide, have to run. If you know what's good, then you get out of my way. When the cops come a looking, and you gotta sum me up. Just don't get caught. When you're high on the streets, you know you're all alone. Just don't get caught. When you're stealing from others, and you know you're on your own. Just don't get caught. When you're having fun and you break the law. Just don't get caught. Just don't get caught. Just don't get caught. Just don't get caught. Fucking pig's gonna stick me in a cage. Everything you are and everything you say is something when you got a gun pointed at your face. Black and white, it's all the same. We all believe we're all human. No time for mistakes. You best get away. When the cops come and looking at you, gotta sum me up. Just don't get caught. When you're high on the streets, you know you're all alone. Just don't get caught. When you're stealing from others and you make it on your own. Just don't get caught. When you're having fun and you break the law. Just don't get caught. Just don't get caught. Just don't get caught. Just don't get caught.
Him doing it. I'd have given anything to catch that asshole doing it. It'd have been worth him doing it just so I could have caught him doing it. What a fucker.
This age of information that fuels your need for masturbation. Virtual world is everywhere, but you don't look, you don't care. Turn your screen on for distraction, turn your brain off, no reaction. Choice of ignorance, your choice to have no voice. Too much choice of everything. Your ignorance is still the king. Murdoch's lying global state prefers the truth to fuel the hate. Choice of ignorance. Your choice to have no voice. Choice of ignorance. Your choice to have no voice. Choice of ignorance. Your choice to have no voice.
There was the Serpent Motors with Speeding, and then we heard Surgery Without Research with Choice of Ignorance. Informal Society with Don't Get Caught was before Surgery Without Research. I discovered that the Ghost Party track I played on last week's show from Informal Society was skipping. And it was skipping because I guess the Blu-ray DVD burner or whatever crapola crap that I had on my computer, I actually just changed it and just upgraded it from a DVD player to the Blu-ray. And apparently it doesn't like to read CDs very well. Or it reads CDs and thinks that they're great and all that fine and dandy, but when you play it back, it's all skipping and just BS crapified. So I switched it back to the DVD-ROM, and I don't know what I'll do with this Blu-ray BS. Might smash it or throw it across the room. Might work better that way. So we'll have to replay Ghost Party without the skipping. But that song was Don't Get Caught by Informal Society, and that one is not skipping because I used older technology which is proven and passed the test of time. Before Informal Society, we heard Smooth Talking Perverts. That song's called In My Mind, and the Judex with Witchface. Now here's some more new music. This song is by The Tortured. The song's called Where I Can Be Free.
Going down Ocean Beach, seeing the winds, going to where my guitar cribs, playing some music and soaking up sunny rays, watching the coast fade away, turning tomorrow into today. Going where I wanna be, where I can grab hold of the sun, where I can be free, where I can be free. Fingers melting into strings, notes chiming when I sing, riding the waves that life is throwing me. A bright star I will be. Going where I wanna be, where I can grab hold of the sun, where I can be free, where I can be free, where I can be free. I wanna be free, wanna be free, wanna be free, wanna be free, wanna be free.
One earth, one people, come together right now. One earth, one people, come together right now. I look at you, you look at me. What do I see? What can I say to you? One earth, one people, come together right now. One earth, one people, come together right now. We share this time, let's open our minds. I want to feel, I want to touch it now. tell them no. Tell them we are free. That's the way we've got to be. One earth, one people, come together right now. I say, one earth, one people, come together right now. Many people understand, so many of us have another plan. All we need is harmony, all we need is our dignity. So I want to say to you, we got to tell our brothers and sisters too. And it's true, yes you know it's true. One earth, one people, come together right now. I said, one earth, one people, live together right now. One earth, one people, love together right now. One earth.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dick McFerguson Show. I'm your host, Dick McFerguson, and tonight we're gonna have attractive beer, smoke, cigarettes, and party. Service to the left.
you. With a panic you retreat. I broke my dedication so I can get some sleep. One thing I just can't stand is to be told what I need. I'm going home. I'm going home. I don't feel well. I'm going home. I'm going home. I don't feel well.
I wanna see your eyes, I wanna wanna see you smile. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you.
You're on the internet when you're online. You spend your whole time even when you're offline. You're on the wire. You're part of the plastic pollution, cause you turn into plastic. Your mind changed into an app. You're on the wire. Cause your Wi-Fi ain't hi-fi. I can see your ship taking in the water cause you leak on the wire. Police. Everything you type is pure genius. You're on the wire. And it's something wrong, I can't say I'm sorry. I'll find a way to get away with it. Mistrust is what I spread. I see faces everywhere. Shocks, bridges with the current by the sound of the click on the wire. Power surge hitting my right hand. I see myself burn out. I'm a burning out man. Plastic chicken attack. Big black bird injured on the ground. Got your fucking opinion, you put it online, throwing a boomerang, hitting you offline. You're on the bus, where the people are more interested in your problem. You realize you're the only one on the bus. Diaper crying, little one, and your mother's waiting outside.
There's some transformed obsession with On the Wire, and the guy claims it's a crossover song, which I agree with, but the spirit is 100% punk rock. So I guess we play stuff like that here. So if you've got 100% punk spirit, not like those other submissions I've been receiving lately with the tracks labeled boss or some money whatever rap crapola. I didn't say that, by the way. But those things we don't tend to play. But if it's got something similar to punk or whatever, then we'll probably play it. Maybe at most once, or maybe at most zero. But you can go ahead and send it, and maybe we'll play it. punkrockdemo.com, all about new music. Because if it wasn't for new music, then it would be pretty boring. Like some genres, like maybe like industrial or disco. But we won't go there. Before Transformed Obsession, we heard Eddy Gabriel with Here Without You, and then Ghost Robots with Under Fire, Service Delay with I.N.Y.B before Ghost Robots, and Lee Tiger and the Tiger Tiger Band with One Earth, One People. Which reminds me of the video I saw actually yesterday, because I was bored and I decided that, I wonder what was up with that Jim Jones and the Jonestown thing that I've watched several times already. but they came out with several other documentaries that I haven't watched, so I figured I'd watch the Jim Jones stuff. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, you should go watch Jim Jones. He's the guy with the People's Temple and the mass suicide of like almost 1,000 people. So very interesting how people can get so easily brainwashed. Yeah. So here's another song by a brand new band you've never heard of before, Caffeine. This song's called Dress to the Nines.
pieces, and you were always on my mind. Keep me awake for ages. My love for you stressed to the nose. Now I'm just shattered pieces, but you were always on my mind. Keep me awake for ages. My love for you stressed to the nose. Now I'm just shattered pieces, but you were always on my mind.
I'm so scared I almost wet my pants.
Gila monster.
I hope he doesn't mate and find romance
With a female Gila monster.
They could make a nest, lay eggs and have babies.
Gila monster.
His fangs are infused with flesh-eating bacteria and rabies.
Gila monster.
Survived Fukushima's heat.
Gila monster.
His DNA mutated and he grew to over 200 feet.
Giant Gila monster.
His scales turned acid green. His eyes turned laser beam red.
Gila monster.
Gila's hungry. He eats the living, he eats the dead.
Gila monster.
Gila is the big star. He's got his own TV show.
Gila monster.
It's got really high ratings. It's a big hit in Tokyo.
Gila monster.
Doctors put me in another home. They told me I should think of it as school. They gave me an ugly doll of Minnie Mouse. I hung it from a noose in my bathroom. Sleeping guards wait outside my window. They better make sure nobody gets in. At night, they whisper rainbow. We dare you to think about them. Got nothing left, nothing at all. Got nothing left, nothing at all.
There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Chinese weapons are splitting us wide. Russia's bear is marching in. All the world is hatred and sin. Push a red button, rockets to the fear. Better stop praying, the end is coming near. Living in horrible, escaping death and fear. Government's trouble and playing, yeah!
That was Unit F with Just Say Yes. Their interview will be coming on next week on Monday, September 18th. We did it the same day as we did this interview with Spider, so should be interesting. Shattered Faith was before Unit F. That song's called A Special Day, and then we heard The Freeze with Nothing Left, and Purgen, or Persian, Purgen, with 2 dots on top of the U, I think it was. Russian band. That song's called Tretii, Mirovoi, Gavah, and then we heard the Barbarellatones with Gila Monster, because Halloween is coming up soon, and yes. Anyways, I'm not sure how much time we've got left because I haven't looked at the clock, but if we've got more time, we're going to play more songs. If not, then we'll end it off with this song by the Destructors. This song's called Religion, because I was talking about that religious nonsense earlier with the People's Temple and Jim Jones and all that stuff. Very evil stuff. If you've got more time, we'll play some Corrupted Youth and maybe some new Dropkick Murphys. Until next week, on punkrockdemo.com, check out the interview with Unit F on September 18th at 7 p.m. Pacific Time.
There ain't no religion! Your reign is one big contract, but do you really think without sick? To you orphan is just a sin. Don't enjoy life and wait to heaven. Pray to God and give him money. It's alright, the priest has got his proxy. Church is one big capitalist boss, always in credit and never in loss. Cause I hate religion, it's a friend of mine. I hate the dogmatism tries to change my mind. So far religion must end this institution. So far dogmatism and the domination. They're always trying to get you to pay for the steeple stainless window holiday. It's only the old who fill the pews, cause if there's a heaven they just can't lose. Force it down your throats at school. Jesus Christ the Savior, dogmatic fool. Jesus corrupts us through history, makes you wanna think of anarchy. It's a friend of mine. I hear the dogmatism doesn't change my mind. So far religion must end this institution. So far dogmatism and the domination. There's only one way to beat this system. That's to ignore all organised religion. Come and let Christ and believe in God. Ignore the priests, they're a bunch of sods. Force it down your throat at school. Jesus Christ, save a dogmatic fool. Churches go rush us into history, makes you wanna think of anarchy. Cause I hate religion, it's a friend of mine. I hate the dogmatism tries to change my mind. So far religion must end this institution. So far dogmatism and the domination. I hate religion, it's a friend of mine. I hate the dogmatism tries to change my mind. So far religion must end this institution. So far dogmatism and the domination.
As it was in the beginning, the church through history has striven to keep science away. They never wanted science to make the people realise it's all one big con job. There is nothing to fear, death is nothing, there is no heaven, there is no hell, there is no God, there is no devil, and if the people believe this, they will be free. All those layabout priests and bishops will have no jobs to do, and their future will not be so bright. There's no way to stop this except stop believing, and when you stop believing, you have the truth, so ignore it, burn it down, that's what anarchy's all about.
raise my fist for you, no other choice for you, for you, for you, for you.
So I looked at the clock, it looked like we had plenty of time, so I played Scanner, that song's called Terion, the metal Scanner, and then we heard Scanner, the punk rock Scanner. Fist in the Air was that song. the two scanners are completely different countries and different genre of music, but they both sound good, so I figured I'd play them both. Dropkick Murphys with Paying My Way was before Scanner, and Corrupted Youth with Wasted Youth before the Dropkick Murphys. And now we're really out of time, and I know we're not going to finish playing this last song I'm going to play right now by Wolf's Blood. The song's called Camagra, or Camagra, something like that. Don't forget to tune into the show next week, September 18th at punkrockdemo.com to check out that Unit F interview.